Good afternoon, my name is Melanie Vasquez and today I will be conducting my one-way interview. So the first question is, tell me about yourself. And something about myself, again, my name is Melanie Vasquez. Growing up, one of my biggest dreams was to graduate top 10% of my class, either top 10 or top 10%, but that was my dream, and I did. I graduated from EDUC High School with honors and top 10% of my class. Something else that I love to do is traveling out of the country. I've only been to Barcelona and Madrid, but one of my biggest dreams is to go to Paris. So hopefully one day I live out my dream and go to Paris. Something else about myself is that I was involved in child development and Academy of Careers and Education during during 3 years of my high school, child development my sophomore year, and academies of careers and education during my junior and senior year. So basically my junior year I was able to have an internship with Mission Ridge Elementary School, and I worked with second graders, and then my following year, senior year, I worked with Horizon Heights Elementary, and I had an internship there for special education teachers. I also helped the middle school PE program. I helped 7th grade health. I was always involved in school, so it was pretty great. Okay, so the second question is, what is the hardest thing that you have had to do in your life, and what did you learn from it? So in high school, I just wanted to be in accounting. I wanted to major in accounting, so when I was applying to colleges, my top major, I put accounting, and I thought it was something that I would be good at, so I tried it. Other classes to help you get started in a career for accounting were at full capacity, so the only classes that they offered me was child development and Academy of Careers and Education. So I took the risk and I took the classes, and it was the best thing that I've ever done. If I wasn't if I wasn't willing to take the risk and take the classes, then I wouldn't have known that teaching was something that I wanted to do, that kids are that kids inspire me to want to be a teacher, and I would probably be majoring in accounting, and I wouldn't have known that education was the right path for me. And something I learned from it was that you have to be willing to change. I was never willing to change. I was always at my comfort zone, but now I'm willing to take risk and I'm willing to change, and it's something that had led me to the right direction, and it's something that has helped me throughout my future, and it's something that's going to help me later on in life. So the third question is, why do you want to teach? So the main reason I want to teach is because I love kids. I am very passionate with being around kids, teaching them, being able to inspire them, being able to be their role models, inspiring them to be better people, and just having someone that looks up to you. I think that would be like the best feeling in the world. I also want to be a teacher because growing up, I know a lot of kids, you ask them, what do you want to do when you grow up, and their answer is usually, oh, I want to be a teacher. Well, my answer never changed. I always wanted to be a teacher. I did consider accounting, but it wasn't something that I wanted to do. It's just something that I thought I would be good at. Teaching is a challenge, but it's something that I want to do. It's something that I love. It's something that I've always wanted to do, so it's something that I'm gonna take the risk and do it. So I want to teach so I can be the teachers that were there for me. I want them to look up to me and just know that I'm always going to be there for them. Okay, so the fourth question is, what is your philosophy of teaching and education? So I do believe that every single one of my students is going to be unique and they're going to be special, but most importantly, they're going to carry their own different learning style, and I have to work to teach for everyone to understand and to accommodate each and everyone's learning style. I do believe that the most essential factor in education is the learning environment. So I do want my classroom to be a safe and comfortable zone. I want them to speak their minds freely. I want my students to feel comfortable with one another, and I just want them to learn off each other. So the next question is, what role will discipline play in teaching, and what will be your approach? So first and foremost, I have to know the discipline guidelines for that school. I also believe that students will make mistakes. It's inevitable. It's part of learning, and it's part of growing and experiencing. So I have to remember to be fair, consistent, safe. They have to feel safe in my classroom, and I don't want to be that teacher where they don't want to go to class because that teacher's always angry, or this teacher's not fair, this teacher has their favorites. No, everything has to be fair, consistent, and they have to learn from their mistakes. It's not something like, oh, you're in trouble. No, you have to go with that child, know what they're feeling, what's happening, and help them learn from their mistakes. Something else is having like three tallies, or like three colors where they're in trouble. They know they're in trouble, and if they keep going, then we will involve parents, we will involve detention, discipline, and all that. The next question states, after interviewing the 3 teachers, question 11 asks, what is the greatest challenge facing teachers today? What were the responses, and how do you feel will impact you? So the first teacher answered, students not giving the opportunity to teachers their knowledge and their ideas, that maybe they can learn something from that teacher and that class. So I want to teach little kids. So if they don't want to learn what I'm teaching them, then I have to make it for them to want to learn what I'm teaching. I have to make it fun enough for them to have their intention, and for them to be intrigued into what I'm teaching. So for example, if I'm teaching something boring that I have to teach, then I will change up the lesson, and I will make it for them to want to learn, to make a great experience out of it, and maybe they even find it interesting after that. The next teacher says, overcoming fears of the unknown, for example, coronavirus. So I do believe that COVID-19 affected teachers and students for all over the world, closing all the campuses, but it's going to impact us as teachers for us to learn how to communicate with students through online databases, through online sources. But I do believe that it'll prepare us for something for the future, and it's something that for next time, hopefully there's no next time, but you know how to do it, and you learn how to communicate to students online without any problems. It was something that we didn't know was going to happen. It's not usual for teachers to teach online for elementary schools, but it's something that was possible, and it's something that was able to happen. The next answer was that she is constantly justifying that she was really doing her job due to paperwork. And I understand that paperwork is a lot for teachers, but I do also understand that paperwork comes for any job that you apply for. Any job, there's always going to be paperwork, and it's inevitable to do paperwork. I understand that there's due dates, and I don't think it'll impact me because I know that this thing is due in this day, and it's with any job, so it's gonna happen. The next question reads, how do you feel about technology, and how will you use it? So I am not the biggest fan of students using technology, but I do know how important it is in today's life, since technology is seen everywhere. Technology is everywhere, so it's important for students to understand the impact of it, how important it is, and how to use it. So technology is a beneficial thing in a way for making it easier for students to learn or to do an assignment, but it is a distraction. So I won't always be using technology, but it should be incorporated. I will be using it maybe once a week. We have like a technology day where they're able to turn in their assignments through the computer, or they're able to do some assignments in the computer, something that they can learn, they're able to experience, they're able to understand it, but it's not always there, so it's not causing a distraction. How would you deal with an upset parent that questions one of your assignments you give to the students in class? So I do believe that I will have parents that will question assignments, so I just have to help them understand that it's something that I have to teach, I have to give, and I have to incorporate in my lessons. So if it's about difficulty, then I can have one-on-one meetings with the student for them to understand the assignment better, and maybe the parents will understand that it's something that they should be able to accomplish by then. I'm not going to be giving assignments where they're not able to complete it and they're all going to fail the assignments, because giving homework is not about whether, oh, let's get your grade up. It's about knowing where the student stands so you can better help them. So if a parent is upset about one of my assignments, it's not because, I will help them understand that it's not because of putting your grade up and down. It's just knowing where the student is academically. So I will let the parent know that it's for their students, beneficial. It's to benefit the students, and it's for me to understand where they are so I can help them. Okay, so question 9 states, how will you keep students engaged in your classroom? It's very important to keep students' attention when you're giving a lesson or when you're teaching something, because if they don't have your full attention, or if you don't have their full attention, then you don't guarantee that they're learning anything. So a way that I will help them engage in my lessons is making it for everyone to understand. Again, my philosophy is that I have to teach every single one of their learning styles, so it's easier for them to understand what I'm teaching. So making it fun, making it exciting, having activities that they like, knowing what they like or knowing what they don't like, that's how I plan to keep their attention. Maybe they engage in it. Having hands-on activities, group work is very important, so one student learns off another. Again, one of the days maybe we'll have technology. We'll incorporate the lesson into technology, and that way they're engaging in the lesson and what they have to learn and what they have to understand. The last question states, why should we hire you for this teaching position? And I think I know I am the best fit at this school, because not only do I have and possess all the skills that are required for this job, but I also carry the passion in my heart to teach students. So I want to be the teacher to inspire students to be the best people that they can be, and also while meeting their academic goals. It's important for students to have a great teacher, and I feel like I'm going to be the best teacher for these students. I want to be the best role model, and I just want to overall help them grow and in a natural environment, in a positive environment, and I can offer that. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.